Hello students, in this lecture we are going to study about uh, the simplest solutions of Friedman equation. So in the last lecture we have derived the FLRW metric, which was given as ds square is equal to c square dt square minus at square, okay, which is the scale factor dr square upon 1 minus k into r square, where k is the constant which is responsible for curvature, plus r square into d theta square plus sine square theta to d phi square. So this is our FLRW metric, and this takes care of the homogeneity and isotropy of the universe. Okay. So using this metric, and when we plug this metric in the Einstein's equations, okay, so using FLRW metric in the Einstein's equation, you will get a set of equations of motions which are a dot by a square is equal to 8 pi g rho by 3, okay, minus k c square by a square. Okay, the other equation will be rho dot plus 3 into a dot by a into rho plus p by c square is equal to 0, and so this is equation number 1, this is equation number 2, and the last equation will be a double dot, okay, with dot corresponds to the time derivative, so this is the double time derivative, and is equal to minus 4 pi g by 3 rho plus 3p by c square. Okay. This is your equation number 3. Okay, so this set of 3 equations, okay, are known as the Friedman equations. Okay, using these equations you can understand the dynamics of the universe for various matter content. Okay, so these are the set of 3 equations, equation number 1, 2 and 3, which you have to remember by heart always. Okay, so there is a general definition of Hubble parameter. Hubble parameter h, which is a function of time, is basically defined as a dot by a. Okay, so this is the definition. So you can see that in equation number 1 I can replace my LHS with h square. Okay, so I have my equation number 1, 2 and 3. Okay, and now we will understand that how to solve this Friedman equations. So we will take some simplest solutions of Friedman equations. Okay, so I will take some very simple cases. These are not the realistic situation of the universe, but some simple cases that this will give you an idea about how to solve the Friedman equations. So if I can, so the case 1 is that if the universe is filled with pressureless dust. Okay, so basically pressureless dust generally means that this is some kind of non-relativistic matter, okay, which has zero pressure, and I am also considering a flat universe. So basically I am taking k is equal to 0. It actually means flat universe. Okay, so this is the case with me, and I have to solve for this simple case the Einstein's equation, the Friedman equations. So you can see that in equation number 2, okay, this is P, okay, and I have to take the pressure P is equal to 0. So instead of this P, I will take 0. Okay, so what I will get then? So from equation number 2, you can write rho dot plus 3 into a dot by a into rho is equal to 0. Okay, so I can also write this equation as d by dt, okay, 1 by a cube outside and into rho into a cube is equal to 0. Okay, so this can be written as, so from this I can write rho into a cube is equal to constant. So I can also write that rho is proportional to 1 by a cube. Okay, so you can see that the density of the universe falls off in proportional to the volume of expanding universe. Okay, so this is a cube term, which is generally like the volume, the expanding volume, a cube. Okay, and this is your density. So density of the universe falls off in proportionality to the volume of expanding universe. Okay, if I fix the proportionality constant and I write rho is equal to rho 0 by a cube, okay, where this rho 0, okay, is basically the density of universe today. Rho 0 is equal to density of universe today. Okay. So see, whatever the subscript 0 here, okay, wherever I use subscript 0, it actually means that that quantity should be measured today. Okay, what is the value of that universe today? Because see, universe is a dynamic thing, so all the parameters change with time. Okay, right, like density, the scale factor, the Hubble parameter, the curvature, all these things generally vary with time. Okay, so basically the value of density of universe today may be different tomorrow. Okay, so rho 0 actually means that the, okay, anything which has subscript 0 written, it actually means that that quantity is measured today. What is the value of that quantity today? Okay, so if I call this as equation number 4, okay, then you can see that I can plug in this equation of density in this equation number 1. Okay, see, here I have the value of density, so now I can write rho is equal to rho 0 by a cube. So what will happen? Okay. So you know that it is actually a dot by a square, okay, is equal to 8 pi g by 3, and instead of rho I will write rho 0 by a cube, okay, and minus k into c square by a square. So I can take this a square outside, okay, and the value will be a dot square is equal to 8 pi g into rho 0 by 3 into 1 by a. Okay, and if you integrate this whole thing, then you will get that the variation of a is proportional to t to the power 2 by 3. Okay, this is a very important result and you should always remember this. Okay, so if I fix the proportionality constant, then I can write this as a is equal to t by t0 raised to 2 by 3. Again, t with the subscript 0 basically means that what is the time of the universe today, basically. Okay, so basically this is something which is like the age of the universe. Okay, so this is again a very important result, that a is equal to t by t0 raised to power 2 by 3. Okay, and in terms of density, if I write, so a is equal to, so a of t. Now you know that a basically changes with time. So I will write a as a function of time is equal to rho 0 by a cube. Okay. So sorry. It is rho. Sorry. Rho is equal to rho 0 by a cube. Okay. Now here you can put the value of rho 0 by a. So a, you know, with change in time, it is actually t by t0 raised to power 2 by 3 into 3. Okay, so you can write rho 0 into t0 square by t square. Okay, so you can see that the variation of density with time. Okay, so basically you can see here rho is equal to rho 0 t0 square by t0. This both are quantities, density of the universe today, and this is the age of the universe. So, but you see the variation of time. So rho is proportional to 1 by t square. Okay. So this is again a very important result, and from this you can imply that rho, the variation of rho with time is proportional to 1 by t square. Okay. So what are the three important results you have got? The first one is that the variation of scale factor with time. Okay. So it is rho is no. So let me write it this way. Okay. So the first important result was variation of density with respect to scale factor. So we have got that rho is proportional to 1 by a cube. The second thing which we have got is the scale factor changes with time as t to the power 2 by 3. Okay, and the third thing which you have got is rho is proportional to 1 by t square. Okay, you can also find the Hubble parameter, since you know that h is equal to a dot by a. So you know the value of a in terms of time. So you can write a dot as 2 by 3 into t to the power 2 by 3 minus 1. So it will be this thing. Okay, and divided by t0 to the power 2 by 3. Okay, so this is the value of a dot, and we have to divide it by a. Okay, so a is equal to, okay, if I just write the proportionality term, then it is t to the power 2 by 3. Okay, and divided by t0 to the power 2 by 3. So this factor and this factor will cancel out. This factor will go upstairs and it will be cancelling out with this term, and then you will only be left out with 2 by 3 into t to the power minus 1. So this is 2 by 3t. Okay, so now you have got the variation of Hubble parameter with respect to time. This is equal to 2 by 3t. Okay, so this is the fourth important result. Okay, so you can see that as the time increases, the rate of expansion of universe decreases in this case. Okay, this solutions is known as this solution is known as Einstein de Sitter cosmology. Okay. Now let us take a second case. Here, universe is completely filled with radiation and the curvature is 0. Okay, so universe is completely filled with radiation, and again we are taking a flat universe. Okay, so for radiation the pressure is, so the radiation pressure is generally given as P is equal to rho into c square by 3. Okay, so plugging this value of pressure in equation 2. Okay, you know your equation 2 is this thing. Okay, so here you have to again put the value of P is equal to rho into c square by 3. Okay, so once you plug this in equation number 2, you will get the equation as rho dot plus 4 into a dot by a into rho is equal to 0. So you can see that your rho is will come out to be proportional. Use the same procedure which we have done earlier, and you will now come out to be that rho is proportional to 1 upon a to the power 4. Okay, now this is something which is non-trivial for you people. Since, see, if rho is proportional to 1 by a cube, you can easily figure out that since the volume in the 3 dimensions is expanding, so the density will also fall off as 1 by a cube. So what is the case that here we are getting an extra a factor. Okay, so sorry. Yeah. So what is the reason that you are getting this extra 1 by a here? Okay, see what is happening, that this is due to the volume. Okay, this is due to volume. Okay, and this extra a is coming here because light is also getting stretched. Okay, so this is due to the stretching of light, which we call the redshift of light. Okay, so due to redshift of light, this thing is happening. Okay, so here you will get that your rho is proportional to 1 upon a to the power 4. This is your first important thing. Another thing, you use the same things which we have done earlier, and you will find out that your a of t, the scale factor variation with respect to time, will be equal to t by t0 raised to 1 by 2. Okay, and the third thing will be your variation of density. So this will be equal to rho 0 into t0 square by t square. See, here you can figure out see that the variation of a radiation filled universe, okay, of scale factor with respect to time is changed. Here it is now t raised to power 1 by 2, and in the earlier solution, when the universe was dust dominated, it was e to the power t to the power 2 by 3. Okay, so the variation of scale factor with respect to time is changed. The variation of density with respect to the scale factor in the earlier solution was 1 by a cube. In our solution, it is 1 by a4. Okay, so you can see that the variation of density with respect to scale factor has changed, but the variation of density with respect to time has not changed. Okay, here you can see that rho again is proportional to 1 by t square. In the earlier solution also you will see that rho is again proportional to 1 by t square. Okay, so this is something which is important to remember. Okay, to derive all this relation, use the same algebra which we have used in the previous solution, and you will get all these three solutions. Okay, you can also figure out what will be the variation of Hubble parameter. Okay, again you have to find h of t, which is equal to a dot by a. So it will be 1 by 2 will come outside, and 1 by 2 minus 1 will be upstairs, and so you will get 1 by 2t. Okay, so you can see that the rate of expansion has also changed. Okay, in previous it was 2 by 3t, now it is 1 by 2t. But you can see that as the universe, as the time increases, as t increases, h of t decreases. So actually the solution says that as the age of the universe will increase, the rate of expansion of universe will decrease. Okay, this is valid when the universe is totally filled with radiation. There is nothing else, okay, other than radiation. You know that this is not a realistic solution, since you know that there are a lot of baryonic matter and other matter in the universe, and the previous solution is also not a realistic solution, since you know that we have considered only pressureless dust here, and there are a lot of radiations in the universe. So both are a very special solutions and simple solutions, but they don't give us a true picture of the universe. By this we are only